Awesome. Yep, my name is Chris, and like Marianne said, my first summit was in 2015 on Martha's Vineyard. Um, and I got to meet a lot of amazing people. I met Trevor for the first time. I met Josue, just a bunch of amazing people, including Arun Gandhi's grandson. And I remember hearing him talk about just life in general and plans and how to live your life really spoke to me. And sort of after hearing him talk and thinking about what the Institute was doing, I saw a value in maybe taking some of this amazing content that the Institute had put together and putting it online for more people to access, more people to be able to see and learn from. It's crazy now looking back over the last, whatever it's been, 7-8 years that the Institute's been working on it, and how it's now just like a full-fledged online thing with curriculum and books and all this stuff that they have to make things just all the amazing work that's been done. I've been a part of it for some time, off and on, and it's just been really great to see. And I remember back at the first summit, again, was when I first heard about a 5-year plan, making a 5-year plan. I didn't even know what it was. And Josue and really helped sort of guide that at the first summit, I think. And for me, when I first made my 5-year plan, it really made me think, like, why am I doing this? Why should I make a 5-year plan if I don't know, what will happen next in my life at all? Like, none of us know what's going to happen next. But as I thought about it more and looking back, it's not about setting in stone your every move going forward, but rather more about creating like guide rails and sort of a path for you to follow forward, that you have this sort of like plan in place that you put that will help sort of guide you on the thing, not to sort of like set in stone what you're going to be doing. And I think it's also really important to think deeply about your current situation, wherever you are now, to think deeply about it and to put in the work to think, how could this look in the next 5 years if I'm doing what I'm doing now? Or if I, meet these goals that I really want to meet coming forward, what might my life look like? Your life will change, the world changes, your circumstances change, things change that you have no control over. But by having a 5-year plan in place, it makes it really easy to sort of look at that and say, like, just to really realize how much things have changed. Sort of say, like, whoa, step back and sort of think, do I need to reevaluate, or is what I'm interested in now, what I'm doing now, sort of like keep butting into the edge of my plan and it's not really easy to follow anymore, and maybe I need to make adjustments and changes. But without having that plan in place in the first place, you can't really do that. You can't really realize sort of how your life has changed as much. So my initial 5-year plan was something along the lines of, getting into college, going to an engineering school, having a job afterwards in tech. I didn't have a ton of specifics. I knew I liked software, and I knew some of the colleges I really wanted to go to. So fortunately, I was able to get into Olin College of Engineering in Needham, Massachusetts, which was one of the colleges in my plan. Graduated from there with a bachelor's in electrical and computer engineering, and then went on to work for a biotech company in Boston, Ginkgo Bioworks. And a big part of my focus there is sort of like combining tech, which I love, and also helping people, which I love, and really helping with with COVID and sequencing strains and doing all this cool stuff, and a lot of work at airports to help keep people safe in K through 12. I don't know if you had it, but a lot of K through 12 schools had mandatory COVID testing for a couple of years, which I helped sort of run for that time. And then, like Marianne said, not to get too into the details, but my life changed pretty rapidly, pretty drastically in the recent months, landing me here at Mass General Hospital, where I've been for almost 6 months, not 6 months, my God, 6 weeks. But I could be here for 6 months. There's really no timeline for me in next steps. So again, could be getting out of here tomorrow, could be getting out of here in 6-7 months, a year from now. But that really sort of made me again think back. I had this plan. And I'm really happy I went on the path that I went on. It's not ever about, looking back and saying like, oh, I did the wrong thing. You can never really do the wrong thing. You learn a lot, you do a lot of new stuff, and your life changes and you go into different areas. And so I've always been interested in medicine, but a combination of not thinking I was smart enough when I was in high school to go into medicine, and sort of being told I would be a good engineer and thinking I was good at it just led me to go to engineering school. But having these health issues now and sort of like being in this environment, it's been a big sort of marker for me, saying, in a weird way, I don't like being in the hospital, but like being in this environment and seeing all the nurses and doctors taking care of me, taking care of other patients, it sort of made me think like this really feels like something I would want to do in the future. And this reasoning for me in the past of not going into it because I didn't think I was smart enough is not a great reason to not do something that you think you'll really enjoy or love. And so, I've spent a lot of time while in here really sitting down and revising and making a new sort of 5-year plan. Nothing written down yet, but in my mind of like, what are things that I want to do in the future to help me get to where I could be working in a place like this as a doctor, as some sort of healthcare professional. So now, my sort of 5-year plan broadly looks like going to a pre-med program to get sort of all the courses I need, followed by taking that MCAT test to get into med school, going to medical school, and hopefully working as a cardiologist here in the Boston area to help people that are going through what I'm going through, get through all their issues in the future, and just help be a positive impact. And yeah, that's sort of where I'm at now. And just really important again to think about that, your journey will change, your life will change, the world will change, but really take time to think about what makes you happy, what you really think you might want to do, and not, just doing something because you started on it or people tell you should necessarily. But just if there's something that you really like, you're really interested in, go out there, find courses on it, find classes on it, find people to talk to, and, make a plan, but be open to adapting and making changes as things go forward. And that's everything for me.